This is Couples Court with the Cutlers.
This is the case of Ducharme versus Staley. You all have known each other for 20 years. You're dating, you're living together, but this relationship has hit a snag. And whether that snag gets worked out depends on what happens in this courtroom today. Mr. Ducharme, what's on the line here?
What's on the line today is this relationship's on the line today. Like, it's a lot of things go on, and I don't look for it, but like, I can't help but to notice, like, sometimes maybe she might have like a hickey here, and then she have a hickey here. I'm like, girl, is this a hickey? She's like, nah, ain't no hickey, man, that's just something.
So what does all this lead you to believe?
She's spending all this time with these extra fellows, and like, I just need to know what kind of actions is going on with these fellows, because she claims innocent, but I claim wrong.
All right, Miss Staley, why is your being here important to you?
To prove to him that his imagination runs really wild, like those hickeys, because that's something you do in junior high.
Okay.
I don't have any.
You don't have like a traveling birthmark that just moves from place to place, do you?
I have 3 birthmarks, and not only one resembles a hickey.
Okay.
The other 2 are light brown.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mr. Ducharme, how did you two meet? How did you all get together?
Okay, Judge, we met about 20 years ago. We ran with the same circle, and it was always like she was just too busy for me back then, like over the last 20 years, and then we came over at a mutual friend's house, and we ran into each other again. And I guess she had time for me this time. Said about 3 words to her, and it was over after that.
It was on.
Yeah.
It only took you 3 words.
Yeah, about 3 hot words. She said it's gonna be 90 days before we make anything happen, which was cute to me. And like,
He did not say that was cute to me. Okay.
and I'm like, man, I'm kind of old for this, but we could try.
Because that was my question. Did you start out thinking, okay, but then sometime during, you're like, we're not gonna make it 90 days?
No,
or from the beginning where you were like,
Okay, whatever.
Okay, whatever.
I say, Judge, it was cute.
It was cute. So, you know, inquiring minds want to know, how many days of the 90 days did y'all make it?
7.
7?
That's a lie.
You said 7? You said 7?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a lie.
Wait a minute. Look, we didn't have...
That's a week.
That's a week? That's not bad.
You can take me back to court, we can test it.
He just wants to make it that answer, then I'll let him make it.
Okay, 9 maybe.
Maybe 9. Well, here's the thing. We have folks come in here, they don't make it past half an hour. So, you know, the fact y'all got the 9 days or 7 days, wait a minute, Mr. Keller, I'm almost impressed. So 20 years of admiring her and thinking, you make this connection, what has happened to bring you to couples court?
Okay, so the first thing that happens is we were hanging out one time, we were at a friend's house, and her phone turned up missing.
Okay.
So we used my phone to track her phone. And
Okay.
it all worked out. We ended up getting her phone back, and all's ends well. But we get back to the house, and she pitches a fit and stomps off, and she takes off. Well, after a little while, like, I started thinking, well, where'd the girl go? And, find my phone. So I go ahead, I open my phone back up, and I'm like, man, I've got you now. And I find her iPhone again. Well, man, it says she's at a motel on the southwest side, and I said, oh. So I'm sitting here thinking, oh, I'm already in the car at this point, on my way to the motel, like, I know you're there. So here I come pull up to the motel, and I see her car, so I send another message. I said, babe, what's the room number? You know, and she don't reply. I don't get a response. I said, what, baby, you not happy to see me? You know what I mean? I came all the way down here to catch up with you. No reply. So I'm not gonna sit there and just drag this out. If she wanna reply, I'm gonna just move around and I'll deal with it later, whatever the case may be. So about 15 minutes after I leave from the hotel, now all of a sudden her iPhone password is changed, the email password is changed, and when she checks in later, I said, you didn't see the messages? She said, what messages? Well, obviously you're on your phone changing your passwords, how you didn't see the messages?
So, hold on, I need to talk to Miss Staley. Miss Staley, were you at a motel after this fight?
Yes, and they had other people there.
So it wasn't just you in the hotel room, it was other people?
Yes.
And this person?
Yes.
Why didn't you respond to Mr. Ducharme's
Because I was happy.
messages?
I know what he's doing while I'm gone, looking for me.
You like that?
Yeah.
So you were at a hotel with this friend, and how many people were there in the room that you were in?
Like 4?
And did they stay there all night with you?
No, I wasn't there all night.
How many men, how many women?
There were girls. Other than the guy whose room it is, there's the girls.
Okay.
You say you didn't stay there all night. Did you ever go and spend the night anywhere, go to sleep?
No.
No, you didn't.
Oh, man.
You're saying this to me like I shouldn't have an expectation that you went to sleep. People go to sleep.
Right, yeah, I understand that.
Okay. You had like, no. Like, why would I go to sleep? Well,
Yeah.
it's 3 in the morning. That's what people do.
Right. No, I left there when he fell asleep. But it was.
All right. So she calls you a day or two later. It's like, hey, babe. And like, nothing's happened, correct?
I don't
Exactly
call
right,
him.
yeah.
And so you take her back, I guess, because you're here.
Right.
What else have you seen that makes you believe that she's cheating?
Okay, the second example. Okay, so after all that happens, I was like, maybe we just need vacation. So we go to this little beach house. We get a beach house for a few days, and we're out there. and We have a private pier, and she's like, man, my ex would love this place because he loves to fish. And like, she said her ex, right? And like, so I'm like, yeah, okay, well, tell him to come on. I'm not tripping. He's a fisherman. I understand. He want to fish, come fish. We got a private pier. It's nice, good fishing. So
You that kind of brother. You that kind of man.
You were okay with her ex coming?
absolutely, man. I didn't think twice about it. So I'm out fishing and I come inside the house, right? And I guess she doesn't hear me come back inside the house, right? And she's in the tub having this conversation, talking about, no, he ain't gonna be here. Just come over. It'll just be us. He'll be out fishing with old man all night long.
Aaron, that's not true.
Hold on, Miss Staley.
Okay, so long story short, my friend said, do you want me to come get you? Because I explained to my friend what I'm hearing, and like, I probably should just remove myself from the situation because I don't want this to escalate into something. I'm just gonna let it play out and see how it goes, because I have a feeling, and generally I'm right. So.
All right, here's the thing. I'm gonna ask you some yes or no questions, okay? Did you have a conversation with this friend?
He called to say he's bringing a computer part for Aaron.
Okay. Did you tell him to come by the house because
No, I said
Mr. Ducharme won't be there?
I said the door's open. He can come by, bring the computer part. I didn't say I was going to go fishing too.
That doesn't take 25 minutes to conversate about in the bathroom. Like, you
I
gonna
was
bring
on
your
the
cord?
phone
Okay,
for
yeah, bring
25
your cord. Boom,
minutes.
got it.
Nobody was on the phone for 25
And then she
minutes.
tried to tell
Were
me-
y'all at the same beach house?
Yes, ma'am.
Right? That's what I'm trying to say.
What happens after all that?
Okay, well, while I was gone from the beach house, the ex shows up, right? There, he could probably tell you what happened while I was gone.
All right, would you step to the podium, please? Would you state your name? You can still stand next to it.
Ron Rougeau.
Mr. Rougeau.
What's the nature of your relationship?
I dated her for a year and a half before he did.
Okay, so
Okay.
you're her ex.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
When I showed up at the beach house, I brought a girl with me. I'm
Okay.
not stupid. You know, I wasn't gonna get caught up in this.
Okay, are you the ex that she wanted to come to the beach house?
Yeah.
This is the fisherman.
Yeah, I like to
You're
fish.
the fisherman.
She
You're-
knew I liked to fish, so she invited me to come up there because he liked to fish. We thought we'd maybe fish right. We did. We fished the whole time. And then later on, you know, she leaves. There comes a luxury car. And she leaves with this guy in the car.
Miss Staley does?
Yeah, she takes off and leaves with this guy in the car. And then well, I stay fishing. Me and my girlfriend, we party around the house. We're the only ones there in this big house, chilling out.
And you were like, this is great.
I get in the jacuzzi, we have a blast, you know. Then I go out there fishing. And then he shows up later on. Here he comes. So we go right back to there, we start fishing again, you know what I mean? But my phone's going off. It's texting, you know, every 30 minutes or something. Megan's texting me. She's saying, is Aaron there yet? Has he showed up yet? Has he come back yet? So he goes, just don't respond, man. I said, okay. Put it back in my pocket and kept on fishing.
Mr. Ducharme, did Mr. Rougeau ever tell you he saw Miss Staley leaving a luxury car with another man?
Yes, Your Honor, he did. When I first got back to the beach house the next day, and when I went to get my stuff that I had left there, and I said, so Megan left? And he said, yeah, she left with old boy that came by.
Did you care that she left? I mean,
I saw it coming, Judge. Like I said, I heard the conversation. Like I know what's coming next. So I just.
So you just went to the fishing.
I went to the fishing.
Mr. Rougeau, you may have a sit down. Thank you, sir.
So, Miss Staley, did you leave the beach house in a luxury car with a man who came to pick you
No,
up?
I left in my luxury car by myself
By yourself?
with all my stuff. They couldn't even fit a person in there other than me.
So you weren't with a man while you were at the beach house?
No.
And no man came to pick you up?
Nobody came to pick me up.
Okay, Mr. Ducharme. According to your testimony, because I don't think y'all are on the same planets, but that's fine. But according to your testimony, she left with a guy, you fished, and then you eventually left, right?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, how did you all get back together?
Well, once I leave the beach house, she doesn't call, she doesn't text, like, hey, baby, coming back? Hey, where are you?
How long?
Okay, about 9 days she's gone.
You go for 9, y'all are separated for 9 days, you don't hear hide or hair from her.
I hear plenty because I know we have a bunch of mutual friends. So here we go, about 9 days later, I hear she gets in a car wreck, flips her car. So I'm thinking.
Her car?
I thought her car, but it turns out no. She was in the luxury car with the same man.
And she's in a car wreck and it flips?
Yeah, flipped about 9 times, yeah.
Okay.
Is this true?
But if
You
so-
in a car wreck?
Yes.
Okay, that's the only thing you all agreed to besides the fact that y'all here. Woo! Okay, so you find out she's in a wreck. What happened when you saw her again, and what was that circumstance?
A week
Okay,
later.
when I saw her again was,
A week later.
How many days? Shh.
man, it was probably at least 9 days.
Okay, so 9 days later, you see her.
During those 9 days, she's like laid up in these hotels with him throughout the whole time.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay, all right.
Now, what's your side of the story?
When after the beach house,
Yeah.
a couple days later, yes, I got into the car accident.
Okay.
So game over. I'm going to a hotel.
So did you go to a hospital?
No, there was a little incident with that. I sent the ambulance away. I didn't go.
And so you go to a hotel at that point with this man.
Yeah, to get the glass out of my
Instead of a
everywhere.
Right, because that's what you do when you have glass in your body, Mr. Cutler.
You go
Right.
to a
You
motel.
don't have insurance.
Okay, so do you spend the night in the hotel with this gentleman?
No, because I'm gone most of it.
What do you mean you're gone most of it?
When I came back, he's asleep. I take a bath. I wake up. He's still asleep. So then I'm going downstairs for breakfast.
So you did spend the night.
But he's not. Yeah, we're not even. It's like we have 2 different rooms.
Where did 2 different rooms come in?
No, it's like is this if we do? Because he's doing his own thing. He's just a friend. I can't be in a hotel with a friend.
Okay. Okay.
We're not saying that you can't. We're asking
Right.
you, did you stay
Yes.
in the hotel room with him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So one
Not with
room.
him.
One room.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
It's like he has a key, I have a key. We come and go. It's our friends.
Okay, how many nights did you spend in the hotel with this
One,
friend?
and if I was even there the whole night, no.
Okay, the 8 days before your wreck in this hotel, where
Yeah.
were you?
I was at my roommate's or my family member.
Are you saying that you were not with this other
No.
man during that time period?
No.
You did not have sex with this gentleman,
Hell no.
and you have not cheated on Mr. Ducharme.
Never.
All right. Mr.
All right.
Cutler, I don't think I can stand any more evidence.
All right.
So, with that said,
We need some help getting to the bottom of this. And fortunately,
I
this
wouldn't
court
ask
has
him.
done a full and a complete investigation to get to the bottom of this. At this time, the court will call former military interrogator Lena Cisco to determine, is she cheating? Ron, please escort Ms. Cisco around. Lena Cisco. Good day, Ms. Cisco. How are you?
I am well, Your Honor. How are you?
I'm doing fine. It's good to see you.
Good to see you.
Would you state your credentials, please, for the court?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm a former military interrogator certified by the Department of Defense. And shortly after 9/11, I was mobilized and deployed to Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, where I interrogated members of Al-Qaeda and Taliban. Since that time, I have been working with and training law enforcement personnel, military personnel, and government agency personnel in interview and interrogation techniques.
Tell us, please, what you did to investigate this case.
So I had the accused write a witness statement, and she was good because she provided a lot of details in that. And so I went through it, analyzed it for any indicators of deception and truthfulness, and I put together an interview strategy. And then I interviewed Miss Staley to see if she was cheating on Mr. Ducharme.
what did you learn about Miss Staley when Mr. Ducharme tracked her to the hotel?
So Miss Staley did admit to me that she likes to play games on Mr. Ducharme. So she will purposely disappear on him because it makes him come find her. And so she likes that. She wants to feel wanted and needed. And she told me that the time that he had come to the motel, that she even did a victory dance because she was so happy, as if to say, you know what, I got him. He did come find me, so I must mean something to him.
Okay. What did you find out about Miss Staley's guy friend from the beach house?
When I asked her if she had sex with this guy, she jumped up out of the chair and cursed and said no. She kept stopping me and went through a whole entire list of details of what happened in that 3-day period. And I was a little exhausted because, like what you heard here, it was a little confusing, but I got to the bottom of it.
What was your overall opinion about Miss Staley?
Miss Staley is over the top in love with Mr. Ducharme, and she even told me that this guy is her soulmate. So I do not believe she's cheating on him, and I believe she's being truthful.
All right.
Well, Mr. Ducharme, you came here to get some answers. You've gotten those answers. Turns out that Miss Staley has not been cheating. What is the future of your relationship with Miss Staley?
I guess it can get better from here.
Okay. Well, I think you all could work on communication skills with each other.
You think?
Yeah, that would be my, suggestion.
Yeah.
That you all
I
work
guess
on
just a
communicating
phone or
to each other. And that's going to be the first
Like to
step
play
for
games
you all
with you.
building together.
So when you all leave, talk to our counselor. Talk to Dr. Jeff so he can talk to you all about how to communicate better and you all can move forward to have a happy and healthy relationship. As we say in this courtroom, don't cheat yourselves out of a chance for a happy, healthy relationship. Court is adjourned.
Thank you.